Hello everyone. Hi, is everyone here? Okay, so very nice seeing you here. My name is Ray, so I'm the Sales Director of Cincoze. It's my pleasure to be here today. So thanks very much for joining the Roundtable session of Cincoze in the Embedded World booth. So it's a shame that we can't see each other face to face, but I'll try my best to present Cincoze product solutions online. Okay, so thanks very much for joining. So if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our online staff. So they'll be really more than happy to provide any documents or any information to you. So thanks a lot. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the agenda for today. So I'm gonna be giving you a bit of background about Cincoze, the company, and I'll be introducing Cincoze product solutions, how you can build your automation systems with the Cincoze computers. And the last one will be me introducing you the machine vision computer, the newly launched GP-3000. So okay, let's get started. About Cincoze. So Cincoze was founded in 2006. So when we were first found, we started off doing OEM embedded boards for overseas customers, and we established the brand Cincoze in 2012, dedicated in making Cincoze embedded computers. So far we are about 110 employees. So our headquarters is based in Taiwan. We have about 90 people in Taiwan. And we do have 10 people in Shenzhen, China, and we have another branch office located in Germany, Munich, so that's another 10 people. So Cincoze is ISO 9001, 2015 certified company, and we conduct business through our channel partners worldwide. So we have worldwide partners in the Americas, in Europe, in APAC regions. So if you need any kind of support and sales services, please do not hesitate to reach out our online staff, and we'll be able to give you our authorized partners to be able to provide any kind of sales and services to you. So Cincoze, we develop and design Cincoze embedded computers from the ground up. So we are dedicated in making embedded computers for harsh environment and mission critical industrial applications. And we focus in 6 different markets. So the first one will be factory automation, machine automation, intelligent transportation, in vehicle computing, and machine vision. And the last one will be security and surveillance market. So we design the motherboard ourselves. We do program the BIOS ourselves and design all the mechanical parts. So Cincoze does the design from the system standpoint. So we have a very comprehensive idea of how we develop the system instead of coming from the motherboard design. So Cincoze product solutions. Okay, so Cincoze is rather dedicated in making embedded computers. So we don't design the motherboard itself. We are always coming from the system design. So there are mainly 3 product lines we are offering. So rocket computing, the nickname's Diamond, and display computing, the nickname's Crystal, and GPU computing, the nickname's Gold. So let's start from Diamond first. Okay, on the left side, on the left pictures, you have the conventional box PC where the engineers are designing from standard motherboards. So standard motherboards of 3.5-inch SPC, 5.25 mini ITX. And engineers just design a enclosure to box the boards, so that's how they call this box PC. So the system design has to be compromised a lot according to the limitations of the existing motherboards. Okay, on the right side, we have Cincoze. So Cincoze is designing from the system standpoint. So proprietary motherboard, proprietary system. So if you ask me what are the benefits, so there are actually quite a lot of benefits. So for example, there are always three different areas in Cincoze Diamond series. So there's always a maintenance area, there's customer area, and there's a system area. So I'll take maintenance area for example. So once the PC gets deployed in the field, so the technicians do not have to disassemble the PC in order to have the PC maintained. He can simply remove the 2 screws on the maintenance bracket to access to exchanging the CMOS battery, to access to exchanging the hard drive bay, and do some settings on the switches and exchanging the SIM slots. So The other benefits by designing from the system perspective is that we make the PC really rugged. So we use all these industrial components. So all these PCs can sustain temperature range from -40 to 70 degrees Celsius. And I think another benefit from designing from the system perspective is we have this unique modular technology. The idea is very simple. So you have the base unit, and once you're looking to add additional I/O, so maybe LAN ports, PoE ports, or USB ports, you can simply add Cincoze proprietary modules, and you can easily have the system configured. So these are the good benefits by designing from the system perspective. Okay, so these are we call the DNA of Diamond product line. So rugged design, wide temperature range, power reliability, power protection, four main features. So let's start from the rugged design. So in Diamond product series, you don't see any fans, you don't see any cables, you don't see any jumpers. So they are all cableless, fanless, jumperless. And it's all made with a unibody chassis, and it's got really high tolerance for shock and vibration. Wide temperature range, so all the temperature range the Diamond product line can support is -40 to +70. We're always using wide temperature components, and we have a very special heat dissipation design that can dissipate the really high watt CPUs, for example 80 watt or 60 watt CPUs. High power reliability, so we support the VDC in from 9 to 48, and we have this reverse power input protection. And we have designed this super cap on the board, so it's really maintenance free. So what do I mean by maintenance free? So once the PC is connected to a power, okay, so the super cap is supplying power to the CMOS chip. So that means your CMOS battery is rarely used. So you don't have to exchange the CMOS chip, the CMOS battery every 3 to 5 years. Okay, and the last one would be power protection. So in order to cope with the dirty power industrial environment with different kind of surge, EFT, different kind of over voltage, over current, we have all different kind of protection on the design. So over voltage protection, over current protection, ESD protection, and surge protection. Okay, so this is the unique innovative technology that we have, modular computing. So these are the proprietary CMI modules. It comes with LAN ports, COM ports, DIO ports, PoE ports, and PoE with M12 connectors, USB ports. So once you are lacking of some ports on the native I/O, you can simply add this proprietary module to get your additional ports expanded. So there are 3 types of modular computing. So the first one we call CMI, which stands for Combined Multiple I/O. The purpose is quite clear, to add additional ports. The second one is CFM module, stands for Control Function Module. So for the CFM module, you are actually converting the standard function to a different function. So I'll take the CFM ignition module for example. So once you have installed the CFM ignition module, you can convert the PC from taking the standard power to the car battery power. So of course the purpose is to do delay power on and delay power off. So to avoid draining your car battery, and also to avoid damaging your system once you have a sudden power loss. The third power modular computing technology we have is MEC, stands for Mini PCI Expansion Cards. So we have a whole series of MEC I/O cards that you can easily get your USB ports, LAN ports, COM ports expanded using the Mini PCI slots on the boards. So in the Diamond product lines, most of the Diamond product series is supported with these certifications. So Railway EMC certification, EMAC EMC certification, and LVD certification. So this is the product strategy in the Diamond series. On the x-axis on the right, you have expansion. So on the left, you have compact, small in footprint. So when I say expansion, that means PCIe or PCI expansion. Okay. On the y-axis on the top, you have high CPU performance, and at the bottom you have power efficient. And we have products correspondent to each corner. So let's say superior is with the high CPU performance and PCI and PCIe expandability. With the efficient is an atom-based CPU performance with the PCI and PCI expandability. Okay, on the left top, you have intelligent and extreme. So very small and compact in size, but with the extreme CPU performance. And on the left bottom, you have affordable and compact. So very small in footprint and with the entry-level CPU performance. Okay, so these are the 6 series ACE, SIX in the Cincoze Diamond product line. Okay, so next one will be display computing, Crystal. Okay, on the left side, you have the traditional all-in-one panel PC or touch monitor. So on the right side, you have Cincoze. So the revolutionary design of what we call convertible display system. So we have designed the display module and PC module in 2 separate modules. So the benefits are quite clear. The first one will be configure on demand. So there's a huge range of different display modules ranging from 8-inch to 24-inch. And there's a big range of the PC modules too. So ranging from Atom-based CPU, Core i3, Core i5, and you can easily cross-configure any size of these displays to any performance of the CPU modules. So you can easily configure into a 12-inch panel PC, to a 17-inch panel PC, or to a 21-inch panel PC. The next one will be transformable. So with this kind of CDS technology, you can easily configure into a panel PC or a touch monitor. Okay, the third one would be scalable. So I think this is a favorite part from the system integrators. So let's say if a system integrator design a cutout on the machine according to the display module dimension of the display module from Cincoze, but he wants to keep the panel but upgrade the CPU. So what should he do? So he can actually keep the panel and upgrade, just remove the CPU module to upgrade it from the Atom-based CPU module to maybe a Whiskey Lake or Skylake CPU module. Vice versa, if you spend all the years develop your image and you like to keep your PC and upgrade your display module, you can simply keep your PC module and simply upgrade your display module from a 12-inch to a 15-inch or from a 12-inch to a 21-inch or to any kind of higher resolution or higher brightness. The last benefit would be easy maintenance. So once you have a malfunctioning on the display module or PC module, you can simply replace a good one and really saves your downtime. And you can fix the PC or display module later. Okay, so it's quite simple. You just plug in the display module with the PC module, and here you go. You have an all-in-one touch monitor or a panel PC. So this is our product strategy for the Crystal line. On the x-axis, on the right, you have outdoor. On the left, you have indoor. So the difference between outdoor and indoor is for the outdoor one, so the brightness is higher. So it supports from 1500 nits to 1600 nits brightness. And temperature range supported is -20 to +70. For the indoor panels, so the brightness supported is 350 to 500. The temperature range supported is 0 to 60. And on the y-axis, on the top, you have high CPU performance. And at the bottom, you have power efficient. So thanks to the CDS technology, you can easily cross-configure any PC modules to any display sizes. So I'm pretty sure one of these configuration will be able to fit into your demand. So these are the available panels for the indoor display modules, ranging from 8.4 inch all the way to 24 inch, both resistive touch and PCAP touch available. So these are the available models for the sunlight readable, the outdoor series, ranging from 8 inch to 19 inch. And these are the available systems of the CPU modules. So for example, P1000 and P1100, so this is the Atom-based Bay Trail and Apollo Lake platforms. And P2000 and P2100, so this is a Core i3 and i5 based Skylake and Whiskey Lake platforms. And you have the M1000, once you get that plugged in, you have a touch monitor ready. So in combination, there are more than 400 combinations from ranging from 8-inch all the way to 24-inch with different kind of CPU and different kind of display sizes. So let's say for the crystal line, and the third one would be GPU computing gold. Okay, so we use Intel CPU solutions together with NVIDIA GPU solutions. So you have an extremely high CPU and GPU performance in a small embedded edge computer. So let's take a look at the first product launched in this product line, GM1000. So if you are looking to install an edge computer that requires both high CPU performance and GPU performance in AGV or in vehicle autonomous driving, then GM1000 would be a good choice. So it's equipped with the 8th and 9th generation CPU, and you can plug in an MXM graphics card. So it doesn't matter whether it's NVIDIA T1000, NVIDIA P2000, or AMD graphics card. So it supports two of the 2.5-inch hard drive base, and there's available CMI interfaces. You can easily get your CMI module expanded. Okay, let's take a look at the inside of GM1000. So the MXM graphics card will be sitting on the carrier board where you have additional DP ports expanded, and there are plenty of different kind of interfaces, M.2 E key for wireless expansion, and different kind of high-speed CMI interface where you can expand PoE ports, LAN ports, M12 PoE, etc. Okay, so the newly launched machine vision computer in the gold line will be GP-3000. I'm gonna be putting more details in this product because this is the most powerful and powerful product we just launched. Okay, GP-3000, the revolutionary industrial GPU computer. Okay, so it runs on both 8th and 9th generation CPU platforms from Intel, and this system can take dual GPU cards. Okay, and the maximum power consumption supported is 720 watts. Okay, so it's quite simple. So on the right side, you have the embedded PC, and on the left, you have the GPU expansion box. Okay, top left, you have the 6-deck GPU expansion box where you can install dual GPU cards. The left button, you have the 3-deck GPU expansion box where you can install one GPU card. So this is how it looks like after installation. So on the left side, you have the standalone embedded PC. So if you're just looking to use the PC as a standalone, you can do this. In the middle part, you have the PC installed with a 3-deck GPU expansion box. So if you're just looking to install one GPU card, this can be your solution. On the right side, the system is configured with the 6-deck GPU expansion box. So if you're looking to install 2 GPU cards, this is your solution. Okay, so we are targeting these 4 markets: machine vision, in-vehicle computing, intelligent transportation, and security and surveillance. Right, so these are the 4 features I'm going to be introducing. So let's start from computing performance. So GP-3000 is compatible with all these CPUs, starting from Celeron, Pentium, i3, i5, i7, and Xeon. And the maximum CPU watt supported is 80 watt. Okay, so if you're looking to install just single GPU card, the maximum card you can use is a 300 watt. Okay, if you're looking to install 2 GPU cards, the maximum power consumption is 500 watt. So that means 250 each. Okay, so we did the design of this GPU computer with 2 connectors. The purpose is quite clear. So we try to reduce the high current from each cable, so you don't get really hot cables from the power supply. Okay, but don't get me wrong, the 2 connectors are connected to one power source. I do see the GPU computer in the market with 2 power sources where you have a very complicated boot up procedure. You have to first boot the GPU, and then later on, once the GPU is booted, then you can boot the CPU. But with a one power source design, there's no complicated procedure. You simply boot the system, and both GPU and CPU are up running. Okay, so this is a very special heat dissipation design on the embedded PC. Okay, so we have installed the cooling fans on the top and the bottom of the aluminum chassis. But the cooling fans are actually trying to cool down the aluminum chassis instead of the boards. So that means over the years of usage, you don't get all the dust sucked onto the board. As you know, if you have you have dust sucked into the board, it can be damaging the IC on the board. So the CPU is actually attached to a thermal block, and the thermal block is attached to the aluminum chassis. And the cooling fans are actually just increasing the efficiency of the whole heat dissipation. Once you get the GPU expansion box installed, and there's a very special cooling design. Okay, so we're actually utilizing the original fans mounted on the GPU cards. So you know how there are fans mounted on the GPU cards? So they are doing the inhaling of the cool air. So we did the design of the the ventilation on the sides. So it's inhaling the cool air, and once it cools down the two GPU cards, then it does the exhaling from the top and bottom. Okay, so both of the GPU cards installed in the expansion box are cooled down equally. Okay, so this is a very special heat, so you don't get any throttling of the CPU or the GPU. Okay, let's look at the GPU expansion box. So actually, any kind of standard PCIe GPU card you see in the market, this GP-3000 can take. Okay, so the maximum length supported is 328 millimeter, and the maximum height supported is 64 millimeter, and the maximum width is 134 millimeter. So basically, any kind of cards, standard cards you see in the market, you can take both of them. So let's take a look at the inside of the 3-deck GPU expansion box. So you have a PCIe by 16 slot, you have a PCIe by 4 slot, you have an internal USB connector for encryption module maybe, and you have 2 power connectors supplying power to the GPU cards. And there's a cable tie to help you tighten up the GPU cables. And that's the inside of the 6-deck GPU expansion box. You have 2 PCIe by 16 lanes, and you have 1 PCIe by 4 slot and 1 PCIe by 1 slot. So besides the 2 GPU cards you are looking to install, you can add another by 4 card, you can add another by 1 card. Again, there's an internal USB connector and 4 power connectors supplying power to the GPU cards, and a cable tie help you to tidy up the GPU cables. So, okay, I would like to highlight this. So this is a patented technology we call adjustable GPU retainer. So in order for our GPU computer to be installed in vehicle or autonomous driving applications, then we have a very special design for this adjustable GPU retainers, which we clamp the GPU cards in three dimensions. So there is the x-axis, y-axis, and the z-axis. So on the x-axis, you can actually move around the axis and to find the right spot to clamp your GPU card. Okay, the second step would be adjusting the y-axis according to the thickness of your GPU card, and then you can fix it well. And the third step would be adjusting the z-axis according to the height of your GPU card. So once you fix in this 3-dimension axis, then it's well fixed. It's really well fixed. So it's very high. It's got really high tolerance for shock and vibration. So it can really cope with high shock and vibration environment. Okay, let's look at the functionalities. Okay, so there's a really rich I/O. So there are a lot of USB ports, there are 5 LAN ports, there are a few video ports, and there's the maintenance area where you can access to exchanging your CMOS battery, SIM cards, do some settings on the switches. And there's also 4 of the hot swappable hard drives. Okay, so each hot swappable hard drive bay support 50 millimeters height. So that means you can use the 2-deck hard drives. So we are talking about 4 tera or 8 tera drive. So we are really targeting this PC to be deployed for the surveillance market. So you can put a really huge capacity of storage in this PC. Okay, so let's take a look at the internal part of the GP-3000. So you have a lot of free slots of internal USB, mini PCIe socket for wireless module expansion, M.2 E-key for Wi-Fi expansion, a mini PCIe socket in case you don't find enough I/O. You can always use our mini PCIe expansion card to expand your I/Os, M.2 M-key for NVMe SSD expansion for the fastest storage performance. And there are 7 antenna hosts that you can use for both 3G, 4G, 5G, or Wi-Fi expansion. Okay, let's look at the industrial grade design. So with the different kind of CPUs you put in, there are different temperature ranges supported. So for 35 watt CPU, it supports up to 70. For 65 watt CPU, it supports up to 60. And for 80 watt CPU, it supports up to 50 degrees C. And depending on 1 GPU card or 2 GPU cards you put in the system, it's got different temperature specifications. So if you need more detailed information, please do not hesitate to reach out our online staff. They will be able to provide you the request document. So this is also very special, which I don't believe you find yet in the market. So GP-3000, it supports 4 methods of mounting. Okay, so the first one will be wall mount. So if you're looking to install GP-3000 in control cabinet, so you can mount together the GP-3000 together with your PLC, I/O module, inverters. So this is extremely ideal to be mounted in a control cabinet. If you're just looking to lie the product down on the floor, so desktop mount is ideal for your solution. So you can simply mount on the floor. The third one would be a face-up mount. So if you're looking to expand with additional GPU expansion box on the sides, this gives you a very good ventilation to cool down your GPU cards. So for this kind of mounting, we are targeting like in vehicle mount. So for vehicle kind of mounting, you can actually mount the GP-3000 inside of the vehicle trunk. Rack mount. So if you're looking to install this GP-3000 in a 19-inch rack, so you can mount either the standalone PC in the 19-inch rack, or with a 3-deck expansion box, or the 6-deck expansion box. Okay, so GP-3000 is certified with MIL standard 810G, so it's got really high tolerance of shock vibration. So we are certified with a railway EMC certification, EMARC EMC certification, as well as the LVD safety certification. Okay, so that's it for a more detailed explanation on the GP-3000, and that's it for the presentation today. And thanks very much for listening. Again, if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We'll be more than happy to provide you extra additional information and maybe some documents for your reference. Thanks a lot for attending today. I look forward to chatting with you. Thank you.